What's up everyone? Nick Johnson, Damascus Knives. Today, I've got a lot of work to do on this bird and trout knife, plus I've got a couple others to get started. So, I'm just going to show you a quick tip. I'm going to show you how I made my hand sanding vise. Now, there are plenty of tutorials on how to make really nice and fancy hand sanding vises. Some of them require mills and lathes, and I don't have all that stuff. I do have some tools, but I just want to make mine quick and easy, and if I need it in a separate size, then I'll just make a new one, because this is so quick and easy. So, first thing you're going to need is a piece of plywood. This is a little scrap piece of plywood I had. The only rule is it has to be a little bit thicker than most of the knives you make. If you end up making a really big knife, well then you might have to make a new hand sanding vise. Next thing you'll need is some scrap wood. The sizes aren't really all that important. All that's going to be is a handle. You'll see that later. Other than that, you'll need either or some scrap foam or scrap leather or both. And optional, but very helpful, some bolts with wing nuts or handles, but they're not necessary. Start off with, I took my piece of plywood, its thickness doesn't really matter, and I'm just going to cut it into pieces, that much longer than my knife blade, so probably 8 inches. Now I'm doing this on a table saw, but you could easily do this with a hand saw. Next, you're going to take your scrap foam and your 2 pieces of wood. Make sure that your foam is at least free of debris that will cut. Like this was on the floor previously, so I can feel little pieces of metal in there. Just make sure that whatever piece you use has nothing that will scratch or mar your blade. This side looks good, so I'm going to just cut out a piece just like that. Excellent. Now, if you don't have this foam, and you don't want to go buy some, but you have some leather, you can just as easily do the same thing with leather. I'm going to do it this way. Brilliant. Now, you're going to take some glue. If you wanted to be fancy, you could use epoxy like I use on my knives. But this is super cheap and simple. So I've got the 3 for less than $1 super glue. We're just going to glue these on here. And let them stick to wood with super glue, so no problem gets down. Just let it sit. Alright, now I'm going to take my piece of scrap wood, this may be 1 by 2, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to take it and these 2 little pieces, the whole point of these, so I'm going to glue them together just like this. And they're going to make it a little more round. So, some glue. You should get there. That helps. Make it work there. Get all your fingers. Because I'm going to clean. Get all your fingers because why not? Find that up. Clean off some squeeze out. A little more time. We'll see that sometimes up. Excellent. Now, once they've dried, you want to round out this piece I'm going to do it on the slack part of my belt sander, but you could use a knife or files or whatever you needed to do. Now I'm going to take the leather half of my plates and this piece of wood. I'm going to glue that on right there and probably put a couple screws through it. Now with this, I can grab it right there. And depending on how well you rounded it, you can hold it in any angle. And it'll come apart a little bit, but this took me 5 minutes to make. I can put a couple more screws in there and that'll hold tight. Easy. Can't even see it. If I put another screw in there, then this will just hold tight forever. They're so quick and easy to make that I did a second one with a fuller. It would probably work better if I did 2 of those to match. And also, I probably would work a lot better if I used just a little bit longer screws. This handle won't fit because these pins haven't been finished out yet, so they're still too proud. But once I have those ground down, this will be perfect. So obviously, if you want to invest a little bit of time or money, you could make probably a better vise, but considering that this was made out of scraps in about 10-20 minutes, if even, for free, there's how you can make your very own Knifemaker's vise. And for me, it works just fine. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Definitely subscribe, I'm going to say here. You can like my video down there. You'll have my last video right here and a random video right here. If you're interested in knives like this, you can go to my website. It's in the description below. So that's it for today. See you next time.